AIO? I had sex with my BF for the first time and started crying. He kept going. So I have been with my boyfriend for a few years. We are 21F and 22M. We had sex for the first time 2 days ago. I was SA'd really badly when I was 14 and it took me a while to be comfortable with doing it. I was ready and so was he. We started having sex and immediately there was so much pain and I asked him to stop and he said that he will go slower and kept going. By this time tears are rolling down my face and I was crying in pain. He put his hand over my mouth and wiped my tears with his thumb and just kept going. I asked him to stop again and he didn't, he just kept going until he came. I felt trapped. That was by far the most painful thing I have ever experienced. He had to leave shortly after and I cried for the rest of the night. I told him that I felt trapped and that it made me seriously uncomfortable that he wouldn't stop and all his response was, but I thought you were ready and wanted to, and I was, 100%, but I didn't expect it to be so painful and that's why I wanted him to stop. He doesn't see a problem with what he did and I honestly don't know if I can go forward with him after that. This might be a little dramatic, but it felt like I was getting raped again. I don't know what to do, AIO? My boyfriend took a video of him and I having sex and showed multiple people. How do I navigate this situation? 2 days ago my boyfriend got a promotion at work to being a manager and we wanted to celebrate, so we went out, did some things and then came home and he wanted to have sex and he wanted to get a video of it, which I was more than happy to agree as I wanted to try that for a while now. Yesterday he went out with his friends as he does usually once or twice a week and eventually came home and all was fine. Last night into this morning and even like half hour ago I'm getting texts and messages from 1 or 2 random numbers and his friends saying really gross things to me. His dad even called me and told me he's disappointed in me. So obviously he showed people the video. I don't know if he just showed people or he sent them it, but I'm guessing the latter is the case. I haven't told my BF about it yet. I want to leave him but I don't know how. If I do then things might get worse. Maybe he got drunk and made a really bad decision and showed people as a flex. Maybe he hates me and this is his way of telling me. Do I break up with him? If so then how? Because I'm afraid of making things worse. Honestly, you need to seek advice from a lawyer or solicitor wherever you are. Then dump his ass because what he did was a crime and he deserves the book thrown at him. He doesn't love you or respect you to show others your private sexual video. He's a disgrace. AIO about my girlfriend's comments during sex. I'm 20M, and my girlfriend 20F and I have been together since high school, but she has recently gotten really into this new kink or fetish that kinda bothers me and I'd what to do. She's developed an interest in penis size, I guess is what I'd call it. Like, she's super into big dildos now, and it's become a thing during sex where she compares my size to them and teases me about how I'm so much smaller, and it's not just a one-off comment, she's been doing it a lot, and it's starting to make me feel a bit insecure, but maybe I'm overreacting to her just expressing a fantasy or kink of hers. We are very sexually active and have both been open about trying out new things. And at first, I thought this is what it was, just playful bedroom talk, but it's gotten more intense. She'll hold up one of her toys, which are way bigger than me, and make comments like, "This is what I really want," or "You're cute, but this hits different." It's not like she's mean about it, but it feels like she's leaning into it hard, and I'm not sure if she realizes how much it's getting to me. We've always had a good sex life, and I've never felt less than before, but now I'm second-guessing myself. I tried bringing it up outside of sex, saying I wasn't super comfortable with the teasing, but she laughed it off and said it's just a kink and I shouldn't take it personally. She said it's hot for her and that it's not about me being inadequate, it's just a fantasy thing. But it's hard not to feel like I'm being judged or compared, especially when she's literally holding up a giant dildo and saying it's better. I don't know if I'm being too sensitive or if this is something I should push back on more. I don't want to ruin our relationship, but I'm starting to wonder if I'm enough for now. And to be fair and for context, I did buy her the big dildos because she really wanted to try them and now I kinda regret it. Update, so I did confront her about this today and she said she was really sorry and didn't mean to make me feel humiliated. She said that it's just a huge turn on for her and she thought I enjoyed it too. I also brought up the cuckolding concern after so many people put it in my head, and just like I thought, she said that she would only ever do that if it was something that I wanted. She did admit that she loves her dildos and that the size and stretch that they give her allows her to get off more intensely than anything else. Is it a red flag if my GF hides their phone around me? Me, 27 meters, and my girlfriend, 25F, been together for about 10 months. Lately I've started noticing she's really weird about her phone. Keeps it face down all the time, turns off notifications when I'm around, and takes it with her even if she's just stepping out for a minute. She used to be more open, like showing me memes or stuff from her chats, but now it's like the phone is some top secret device. I'm not the kind of guy who snoops, and I haven't gone through it, but I can't lie, it's starting to bother me. I asked her if something's up, she just said I like my privacy. That's all. No explanation. Is this a red flag? I want to trust her, but it's hard not to feel like she's hiding something. Anyone been through this? Definitely a red flag. This is the first sign. Take it from someone who's been cheated on several times before, and I missed this huge red flag. It's how I found out they were cheating on me each time. Check the phone or leave. Man, you have the power, don't let her control you. That's what cheaters do. 100% red flag, especially because it's a shift from her previous behavior. She's definitely doing something she doesn't want you to see. I wouldn't snoop, just dump. If you have play investigator in your own relationship, it's already doomed. Good luck. Dude, she's practically pummeling you with the flagpole. Lol. If you need to ask Reddit, it probably is a red flag. Enough of one to set the alarms off in your mind. Yikes. Definitely a red flag. I would get tested. Honestly, dude, just grab it like you're checking the time and notice how she reacts. Maybe that'll show you something. On a fundamental level, I'm anti-snooping. If you feel like you need to, then you should probably just end it. I'd say you need to have a more specific conversation. Instead of asking if everything is okay, you should sit her down and say, I've noticed that your behavior around your phone has changed over the last period of time. Here are specific examples. This is starting to bother me, can we talk about it? If your partner won't engage, is evasive, or becomes overly defensive, it's for sure time to cut it off.
For starters, a few months ago, me and my family, my brother and my parents, were on a road trip. We were driving 25 hours away from our house, and we had multiple rest stops if he wanted to do his business. I mean, we all had rest stops, and he could do whatever he wanted during the rest stops, and we can ask to use the bathroom like normal, not just for him. Sorry for the confusion. And he decides to jerk off in the car under his blanket several times, maybe 3, 4, and it made me uncomfortable, so I told my parents, and they said, he's a teenage boy, get used to it. And I said, okay, and I went to sleep for the rest of the ride, or listen to music, and left it alone. When we get to our destination, me and him have to share a bed, and I'm like, whatever, it'll be fine. And I wake up at like 2 a.m. to him jerking off next to me. I'm his blanket, and I just get up and go to the bathroom because I am disgusted. At this point, because we are in a twin bed, so he's so close to me. I tell my parents in the morning and they tell him not to do that. And he says okay and doesn't do it for the rest of the trip. A few days ago, me and my family go on another vacation and have to stay at a hotel, and I tell my parents I don't want to sleep in a bed with him with what happened last time, and they tell me it's fine. And I go, no, it's not? And they yelled at me, and my brother was laughing. Am I overreacting? Is this normal for brothers to do? Edit. I'm not trolling. I wish I was. This is real. Since so many people think this is fake, you can ask me for specific details. I would not make something up that is so disgusting for karma. That's just stupid. Thanks for sharing your opinions. Edit. My mom thinks it's more weird than my dad and does defend me sometimes. Sorry I didn't include this, but my dad just doesn't say anything. Edit. If you need any more information, ask me. I cannot leave my family. I have no one else. My grandma is disabled and cannot even go grocery shopping without someone with her. I am planning to move in with my boyfriend when I turn 18. We have been dating for an extremely long time. Edit. The school counselor at my school is very mean and rude. They are trying to get her fired. Some girl spread a rumor that I was pregnant. I was not. And told the teachers, and she called me down and screamed at me for a very long time that she'd found out if I was, and I shouldn't spend so much time around my male friends. We have another counselor who is very nice, so I will talk to him. Edit. I've seen the comments about White Lotus. I just had to look up what it was. No, this is not based off that show movie. I didn't even know it existed. Update. I talked to my mom because I'm more comfortable with her, but she said she'd talk to him, and if she ever caught him again, she'd hit his ass. Thanks for the help.
My boyfriend and I have been together for 8 years, and we just had a baby 3 months ago. Since I've known him, he's always watched a lot of porn. Was it shocking at first? Yes. But I guess I always made an excuse or rationalized it to myself somehow, and it never really bothered me. About 3 years ago, I finally realized that he's also masturbating. A lot. He would not have sex with me, wait for me to go to sleep, and then go to the bathroom for hours. We would fight about it, and I would cry, but I never thought much of it. About 2 months ago, I come home, and find all kinds of shit on his computer where he's doing live shows, recording himself masturbating, and sending it to other people on these dirty dating sites. Also, sexting with these random girls and saying he's single. I believe he never really intending on meeting them in person, and I don't think he ever did, but he talked like he wanted to. So I'm hurt, of course, and crying, mainly because of shock. Infidelity has never been an issue in our relationship, so I was stunned. I should mention that I found very similar things on his computer a few years ago, but again, never really thought much of it. Anyway, I confront him about what I found, and he's very apologetic, remorseful, embarrassed, etc. But after a few days, I start really paying attention to what's going on and looking closer at things he's doing, and slowly I realize he can't stop. Not only is he addicted to porn, but he's also addicted to masturbating. And I start connecting all these dots throughout our 8 years together and how this addiction, which I was unaware of, has negatively affected our relationship. I get mad and we have huge fights about it over the next several weeks because he wouldn't stop. He would be so sorry and so embarrassed every time, but he would still continue to do it every chance he got. I would start out mad, but then end trying to understand him better and telling him I still love him. He says he's been doing it for years. He was single for a long time before me. He says that it's definitely not personal towards me. He loves me and wants to be with him. But still, every time I leave the house or fall asleep, he's at it again. I still love him and will stay with him, but I'm just wondering, am I overreacting or underreacting? I have no idea how to respond to all of this, and normally would go to my friends and family for advice, but I can't talk to anyone about this. So we've just been trying to deal with it the best we can. So I wanted to get some other opinions.